Everyone say hi to Miso. Miso, say hi. She's so cute. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot my mic. Where the fuck's my mic? I had zero intention of recording today. It's 1 a.m. I feel a little sicky. Throat's a little sore, but I decided to turn on the camera because, I don't know, I just felt this inclination. I felt this attraction towards it, and therefore I'm gonna listen and I'm just gonna yap. I think that's a testament to the fact that I discovered that recording videos, that actually doing social media is something that, I don't know, I'm just fascinated with. And maybe not even social media itself, but the opportunity to have a platform and then just talk about shit, I feel like has really helped me. And then like seeing how people actually like resonate with it, seeing how people gain inspiration from it, seeing how people disagree with it, and then having like very interesting multi-dimensional conversations about that. And I think all this is leading me to realize that meaning, that feeling like what you're doing is something meaningful, lies in the actual doing of the thing. It doesn't lie in like achieving something. Me recording this video, which I know will only get 50 views, is meaningful to me because for some reason this activity right here just fills me with joy, fills me with just, I don't know, just like it's just something that like it's just something that I want to do, bro. And it's the same feeling that I kind of lost touch with, I reconnect with now when I used to be very serious about basketball. Like people wouldn't understand how I just be in the gym for 2 hours and I shoot 1,000 shots on the gun. Like it honestly, like looking back objectively, like that shit looked hella boring and hella pointless. But something about every single shot, being aware of how my body felt, how the ball rolled off my finger, every single little detail was meaningful to me. And I didn't even care about my percentage. I didn't care about how many points I scored that week. In that moment, all I cared about was just shooting the ball. Just like now, getting my creative juices going and like thinking about how to convey the thoughts I have in my mind, and then editing the videos I put out in my own unique style, and then learning how the social media game works, but also being able to connect with people from everywhere, all over the world. These are all things that I'm directly experiencing and doing that makes what I'm doing feel meaningful. And I thought that when I started this social media shit, I'd feel validated and feel like what I'm doing is meaningful if I hit 10K followers. Like that was just, I feel like a lot of people have that. If 10,000 people follow me, it won't be cringe anymore. Sorry, holy shit. But then it was the same way, like, oh yeah, like when I was playing basketball, like I need to get an offer. Like if I didn't get an offer, there's like no point in playing basketball. But that's not the case, because I just played basketball for the sake of playing basketball. Just like I'm doing this shit right now because I enjoy it. And I think we get so caught up in trying to figure out what's our purpose, like what's our meaning, like why are we here, that we try to attach meaning to some arbitrary outcome in the future, when really all there is to this shit is right now. Like what you're directly experiencing right now. So don't step on my laptop. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, he's kicked me in the face. Miso, what do you think? Huh? What do you think about meaning in life? I feel like your life is pretty nice. You get lots of treats, huh? Anyway. And obviously, like looking back in hindsight, I wish I knew that shit earlier on. Or I wish I could tell my younger self this, that your purpose, what's gonna make your life meaningful, is not what you achieve, not what outcome you get. Doing the activity itself fills you with purpose. And that purpose is not something that you find out there and grab onto, but purpose is something that comes out of you through you engaging with life, through you trying shit out, through you inquiring about shit. And eventually you'll find that thing where just doing it or just being it will fill you with a sense of meaning. Your meaning lies in every single moment that passes. It lies in the choices that you make and the actions that you do. So therefore it is what you imbue into your life through your perspective, through your mindset. Like I know, like especially like my younger self, a lot of people when you're younger, when you start to like become conscious of the world, you like to use your intellect and your logic to kind of come to the conclusion that everything's inherently meaningless. Logically, it is kind of true, because it's like there's no point for us to be put here, or at least like the reason that we're looking for either we cannot grasp or it doesn't exist. Like we're just kind of here. When you were born as like a little fucking baby, you existed, but you were unconscious. Like you were just a blank slate. Your life inherently had no meaning except for the fact that You just existed. And therefore, life itself has no meaning. But because of the fact that you were a blank slate, because of the fact that you were born with no inherent purpose, the moment you become conscious and you start accumulating experiences, you start engaging with the world, you start interacting with others, it is those experiences and those direct lived moments where you're like, holy shit, that was kind of nice. Or holy shit, I really enjoyed that. Or, oh, like, that is really interesting. And then slowly you get to the point where now when I ask you what gives your life meaning, or a better question yet, what are some things that you can't live without, you might start listing your pet. For me, it's miso, basketball. There's a time in my life where I couldn't live without Minecraft. There's another time in my life where I couldn't live without the movie Cars. Those experiences and those activities that, because I can't live without them, like I've given them something. I've given them a certain essence. I've given them a certain importance that my life depends on them. And that's meaning. It's found through the direct experiences that we have on a moment-to-moment basis, in my humble opinion. So if I were to tell myself, my existentially troubled, scared, uncertain younger self, if I had the chance to tell him something, I would tell him, don't worry so much about figuring out what your meaning is before you've even tried different things, before you've even lived life, before you've even put yourself out there to experience different things. Because you can't predetermine what your meaning is. You kind of just go out there and figure it out. And then you'll realize that there are certain things, certain activities, certain people that you can't live without. And it's precisely because you gave meaning to those things.
Yeah, I've been feeling like songs I write. I'ma get rich and then part of my right. Being true, never been no fake. Like risk bill, then I walk to the bank. Never been so good with words. Chain how me get this shit with a bird. The way I life goes, I feel like bird. At night, I feel real hurt. Get sometimes I can do myself. Then I see my friends, I know they help. If a nigga strong, we sit on the hill. You much where I can't care. Look, I'll be wishing the well. I know it's hard to tell. I'm cool with a steady belt. I'm a piece on ready, my vote. You spend my fucking mind around. You were born, I'm fucking die about. You don't sound fucking love about. You an angel in fucking condo. Who be so young for me now? Full of sleep, but I'm trying to whole world. Be patient, hope I don't drown. Smoking my fucking lungs, yeah. I've been feeling like songs I write. I'ma get rich and then part of my right. Being true, never been no fake. Like risk bill, then I walk to the bank. Never been so good with words. Chain how me get this shit with a bird. The way our life goes, I feel like bird. At night, I feel real hurt.
In class today, our professor asked a very profound question. What makes life worth living? And you're looking at that question like it's a pretty big fucking question. Like is it life itself that's worth living? Is it the experiences that we have that's worth living? Well, he told us that in Japan, and of course there's lots of cultural differences, specifically for Japanese males, when they were asked what makes life worth living, the top 3 responses were beer after work, a bath, and 3, watching baseball. For me, I can't live without my family. I can't live without shooting a basketball. I can't live without going to the gym. I can't live without sushi. So life itself is not worth living for. But the fact that you're living right now, and the fact that as you've been living it, I'm sure that there are a few things that you picked up along the way that have become meaningful that you cannot live without. So instead of racking your brains trying to figure out a purpose or reason, the purpose is the fact that you can get up and go out there in the world. And maybe if you do that enough times, you'll find a few things, no matter how trivial they are, that keep you going and that you can't live without.